Alright, I just show the audience. Alright. Ever wish you could see a person in a wheelchair walk again, or someone who needs an organ get one without having to be put on a list? All this is possible with stem cells. What are stem cells? Stem cells are cells that are capable of turning into any other cell. They're the basic building blocks of cells. And under certain conditions can turn into tissues and organs. Now there are two types of these cells. There's embryonic and there's adult stem cells. The reason why these are so special is for the fact that they can turn into any other cell. Now you may be wondering, what is the controversy over these cells? Well, when it comes to stem cells, you get into issues of things like ethics and the use of them and them being used for cloning. The reason why it tends to get ethically gray is the fact that in order to gather embryonic stem cells, they have to be taken from fetuses. The problem with this is it does kill the fetus. What right do we have to play God? And arguments like that tend to come up when it comes to stem cells. I am for stem cell research. Embryonic stem cells. These stem cells can be used for curing any disease. Diseases like Alzheimer's, spinal injuries, healing nerves, extensive tissue damage. They can also be used for making organs and curing diabetes and heart disease. You obtain these from fetuses, embryos, things like that. The pros of these cells are the fact that they can turn into any other cell. They have the greatest potential to cure most injuries. They divide more rapidly than adult stem cells. And they can be used with gene therapy to cure genetic disorders. Some of the cons, though, of embryonic stem cells are the fact that they have the chance to form cancerous type tumors. They're the hardest to direct in development. One way to overcome the ethical problems of embryonic stem cells and getting them are the fact that they can be taken from fertility banks. Fertility banks discard over thousands of fetuses every year that are frozen and will never be used. They're also developing procedures to take these cells without killing the fetus. Also, you can gather these cells from aborted fetuses. Adult stem cells. They can cure anything embryonic stem cells can, except for, as mentioned, genetic disorders, because they're taken directly from the living being. They are gathered from being taken from organs inside of a person. All you do is have to find these specific cells and take them that way. Use a needle, draw them out, and then you can use them for replicating and producing organs. The pros of this is the fact that they can become any other cell, but they're limited depending on where you get them from. They have the greatest... They are more directed in their growth, won't form tumors, and due to the fact that they're taken from the human and they're still living, the body won't reject the cells. Some of the cons, though, are the fact that they can be harder to gather. Like adult stem cells taken from the brain are harder to find than, say, if they were taken from a liver. And then, as said, they cannot be used to cure genetic disorders. The reason why I'm for stem cells is the fact that they can cure they can cure a lot of diseases. Words like today that are now injuries today that are supposedly incurable or untreatable can be fixed using stem cells. They offer a great potential for curing people as well as improving quality of life. Using them, we can perform extraordinary things. Now, I urge you all to take this information and develop an opinion, and whether, even if it's against or for stem cells, to take a point and stand and support what you believe in. Show the audience.